So you should have the contours of the jewelry that you're putting on your person done. It does not have to look just like mine. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually make it look three-dimensional, rendering it with value. So what we're going to do is we're only going to use one color. The practice video that you guys watched with the other art teacher, she talked about using different colors, like analogous colors. But what we want to do is we want to create like the idea of analogous colors, colors that would be right beside each other on the color wheel, by making that value scale. So black, dark gray, gray, lighter, 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 until it works its way down to white. What you're going to want to do is, I would suggest, if you don't have colored pencils, you can use your regular pencil, but if you have colored pencils, just use a black one. So we're practicing this in black and white, and eventually we will work our way up to using more color. So what you want to do is imagine that your light is coming from a certain direction. With my light source right now, you guys can probably see when I put my hand here, there's a shadow. So I have a light shining down directly on the drawing. So I'm just going to say the light is on the right-hand side where it's actually coming from in real life. If the light's touching the right-hand side of this bracelet, that means the left-hand side over here is going to have quite a bit of dark shadow to it. So what I'm going to do is apply that shadow on there. So at first I'm pressing hard. I'm coming across, coming towards the middle where that little sunburst sort of jewel is. But as I'm moving that way, I'm pressing lighter and lighter and lighter. Now this part is a separate form, a separate three-dimensional part of the bracelet or the cuff. So I'm going to leave that for now. I'm not going to worry about putting the shadows and the value on that part. So you can see how now it gives more the effect of it's actually going around this person's wrist. So then here, this would be a separate part of the form. So kind of like I talked about this jewel thing having these different curves and bumps to it. This is a different curve that would look sort of like this round part here. So I'm going to try to treat the way that I put the value on there. Here you can barely see inside the cuff there where it would be touching the person's wrist. Probably no light is inside of there, so I'm going to go ahead and put a shadow there. I'm going to go ahead and put a shadow over here on the other side. Then I'm going to put a shadow coming from around this curved edge that moves up towards the front side. And as it comes out from under that and towards the front side, then it would get lighter and lighter, so more light would be touching it from the light source. So the light would hit it here sort of near the middle, and it would try to wrap around. It can't get all the way around to the other side, so there's going to be a shadow on this side, but it's not going to be as dark as to where it wraps around to the underside of the cuff here. So as I come across, I'm blending that color, pressing lighter and lighter and lighter, and a lot of that shadow hides the line where I drew my wrist when I started the drawing. If I want to, I could erase that. I'm not really worried about it because I know people are looking more at the 3D effect with the value on the cuff here. So then I'm going to do a shadow and a blending effect on the edge that curves from where it actually touches the forearm here. As it comes up to the light, it would actually appear to get a lot lighter. So then here where it touches the other part of the metal on the cuff, this would have a smaller shadow to it, so I'm going to put that in there. So if I want to do that on the ring, I could go to the side here where it wraps around the finger, goes to the underside. As it comes towards the top part, this is going to have more light touching it. So I'm going to go to the other side. This is going to have more light touching it. Now, here I've been going up and down because the band of the ring, the sides of the bracelet there, they would look like a cylinder. So I've been doing a straight line because the cylinder would have a straight side. This part would have a curve to it. So when we practiced our sphere last week, this is really good practice for making this part look round. Then I could do the actual same thing on the part that would be sticking up in the middle of the jewel here. Or maybe this is metal, maybe it's part of the bracelet just formed to look round. So this side would have a little bit of a shadow to it as well. And then I want to start the treatment on the actual triangles here on the sunburst design. So this would be away from the light. This would seem a little darker. As I come across towards the top part, that would seem a little bit lighter. The same thing would be happening here. It would have a little bit of a shadow to this side, a little bit more to this side, but when I get to the top part here, this side has more light touching it. So I will be finishing my drawing. You guys will be working on yours, and I look forward to seeing. You can always email me images of what you guys are working on. All right, good luck.